look better on my engine. But there's the rain. What's the matter, Newman? You mad because the supercharger's not on the car yet? I understand. Welcome to Torque Television. We begin by installing a Holley 144 power charger on this old Camaro. We begin by removing the electric fan for clearance. We next remove the carburetor, drain the radiator, and remove the intake manifold fittings. And then we remove the distributor next. And next we remove the intake manifold and loosen the drive belts. And now that the intake manifold is removed, we'll leave you with a word from our sponsor while we scrape off the extra gasket material to prepare to put on the blower manifold. Back spare. It's rare to see a full one, but when you do, it's a glorious sight. Welcome back to Torque TV. With some minor fabrication, I've blocked off the heat riser exhaust crossover ports on the manifold. With some minor fabrication using JB Weld. And Holley says this is worth 10 to 15 horsepower. It's not necessary to have a exhaust crossover except in the most extreme cold climates. They said it runs fine without it. And it's time to say goodbye to an old friend, trusty ally. Want to say hello to a new partner. Next step is to install the intake manifold. Gaskets in place, held with a little silicone. I like to put it around the water ports, and beads of silicone on each end, because that's the way you're supposed to do it. And then next, in goes the intake. There it is. Sure, it's got some cruddy looking bolts on it, but our motto here at Torque TV is screw how it looks, as long as it hauls ass. Boy, is that an easy manifold to put on or what? Look at them bolts. Oh yeah, you hear me screaming. That's nice. Next step is to pull the bolts out of that pulley and pull out the center bolt. Then put the bottom blower pulley on there. And that's what we'll do next. There it is. I got the pulley on there. We got the water hooked up. Although it's in a little different location. It's crimped the hose. Everything is a little bit different location. I had to attach that alternator bracket to the water pulley. I hope that will work because it no longer has a boss for that bolt. Got the distributor back. And now's the time we've all been waiting for, kids. The new kid on the block. Boom! There it is. That's what we've all been waiting for. Now we just got to figure out the idler pulley. Put the belt on it. And eventually put the carburetor on it. Wow, that looks good. Look at that. Now we've got the belt on it and the idler pulley. That was one of the hardest things. Took 3 tries to get it to the right setting, because what you need is that clearance right there to be between 5/16 and a 1/2 inch. And you just got to keep trying all the different holes that you can mount it to until you get it right. List will be made. Our next episode, we'll go to the parts store once again and a speed shop, because I need parts and pieces. I need longer hoses. The throttle cable, since I yanked it out of the firewall, just about reaches, but the bracket no longer fits. So I will have to figure something to do with that. Welcome back to Torque TV, and we're on our way to the speed shop. But first I got to run a couple of errands. Pretty shortly we'll be seeing some stuff that makes you haul ass. Don't look like much, does it? But there's a lot of stuff in there. That's just the beginning. And they actually had the stuff I needed. Had a little short K&N filter, Hopefully it will fit. And got the filter lid to go with it. How do you like that? And maybe I can get this bracket here to work for the cable for the throttle. We'll see. And we're all set, ready to go. Everything seems to be okay. Barely even hear it. Holly said that little noise was just the Teflon seals taking a seat. And as soon as they break in, it'll be silent as a mouse. Can't even hear it. Yeah. This one's for you, Rob. Woo, yeah. There it is with the K&N filter. It's tight. It may rub a little bit, but it works. Don't look bad. Oh, and by the way, the Q-Jet was no longer up to the task of feeding this high horsepower motor. Therefore, Holley carburetor, modified by AEB. That looks better than the Q-Jet, boy, I tell you what. And there's my regulator setup I made. Came out nice, just like I wanted it. Just like I wanted it. I don't think you ever got to see the electric fan installed either, have you? Here, Mr. Rob, let's check it out. It's tight, but it fits. My adjustable work table. Adjustable level. And when Nuven hears it, he will want to ride. He likes to ride on it. And there's my dwelling. It's a Dodge with a 318.